Welcome back, James MTG Biggie here, and today I want to talk about Grand Prix Vegas, specifically the Legacy portion. The results are in, and it's very interesting to see where the meta has taken shape after the banning of Sensei's Divining Top. Miracle is no longer the top dog, and it's interesting to see that many players, even most of the players, have sort of pivoted and have found Delver of Secrets variants to be where you want to be in the meta. The top 8 featured 4 Delver decks, but all of different flavors for the most part. We had a couple copies of Grixis Delver, which plays Deathrite Shaman, True Name Nemesis, Gurmag Angler, a much grindier, more controlly, mid-rangey version of a Delver deck. And then we had one copy of Temur Delver, which is on a Tarmogoyf plan, kind of the between the aggro and the control-y bit, a little bit more mid-range, certainly grindy. And then there was a straight-up blue-red version of Delver that was essentially a burn deck. It has Lightning Bolts, Chain Lightnings, Price of Progresses, alongside Delver of Secrets, and Monastery Swiftspear, and Bedlam Reveler, and your Force of Will Days package that basically you can't play Delver without. So very interesting to see different flavors of Delver playing very differently. Just because they all had Delver of Secrets in the deck doesn't mean they're anywhere near the same deck, right? In addition to that, the top 8 saw lands, and I believe a Sneak and Show deck in the top 8, and the winner of it all, which is very good news for a guy like me who has been championing and playing the deck for over a year and a half in Legacy, is Death and Taxes. Thanks to Andrew Calderon, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct, but a South Florida Magic player, which is also cool to see another Florida player take it down, playing Death and Taxes. I would be willing to bet money that exactly 0 people kind of chose Death and Taxes to be the deck of the tournament or to win the tournament. And for me, it's awesome to see. His specific list is fairly close to what I've been playing currently. He is on the more Mirror Crusaders plan and back on 2 Sarah Avengers and less Recruiter of the Guards and no Banisher Priest effect, which I like his list quite a bit. I may make the shift toward that. But it just seems that the way his bracket lined up in the top 8, he just got to play Delver after Delver after Delver deck, finally beating the blue-red Delver deck in the finals. Death and Taxes has a really good matchup against Delver because that deck is made to play on very limited amounts of mana and plays a lot of spells, so if you can pressure their mana and tax them with Thalia-type effects, you really have a good advantage to leverage and to move your game plan forward while kind of holding them back from doing their thing. I do think the blue-red version of Delver is the best equipped to beat the Death and Taxes deck because of all the burn spells and stuff like that, but it didn't quite get there. So congratulations, Death and Taxes players, rejoice. We did it. It's good to see. It's a good time to be alive. Does that mean that Death and Taxes is the best deck in Legacy? Probably not. But I feel it has cemented the deck as a solid Tier 1 choice even after Miracles is gone. Miracles was a very good matchup for Death and Taxes, and seeing it go kind of means that that we were supposed to see more Elves and harder decks for Death and Taxes to beat. But because a lot of people shifted onto Delver, and we had a good Death and Taxes pilot that was able to navigate through Delver matches in the top 8, we got there. So it's good news. I still think Delver decks are very good. The meta seems to be as wide open as it was before, just lacking Miracles. Although Miracle's not gone completely, or at least Blue-White Control not gone completely. In the top 16, there were 2 Blue-White Control lists. They were not the topless Miracles list that everybody expected. They were more of a straight-up control deck. So, good news for those who were on Miracles. you now have something that you could still do with your Tundras, which, good for you if you own Tundras. I'm happy for you. Going forward for myself, I plan on continuing to play Death and Taxes and to try to fine-tune it and to try to become the best possible pilot of that deck that I can be. And I feel like the deck rewards you a lot for staying consistent with it and playing it a lot. That's why I like it. I've talked about it quite a bit. You can see on this channel a deck tech that I've done of it with the actual cards or whatever, and a couple other videos about it. I feel like I'm trying to force it on a lot of people and just tell everybody how great Death and Taxes is, because it's a great deck, and it's a fun deck to play, and it's a very rewarding deck. So, if you watched this Legacy Grand Prix and enjoyed seeing a deck like Death and Taxes rise to the top, tell me about it down in the comments below. I would like to hear from you all. What are your plans for Legacy going forward? Do you think Death and Taxes now has a target on its head? I know that generally in Legacy, everybody kind of sideboards with that matchup in mind. So, it's a good thing knowing that even though a lot of people don't take the deck seriously, it's the real deal. Death and Taxes, one of the best decks in Legacy, has proven it by winning a GP. So go us, Thalia forever, and Aether Vial decks, right? You either love them or you really don't like them and don't respect them. But that's all I've got for right now. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment down below, let me know what you think. I'll have a couple videos down here for you guys to check out, and you can subscribe in the top corner up here or over there. I'm not sure which. I still haven't sorted that out yet, but definitely subscribe, like, comment, share, and I will talk to you again very soon.